Hello, hello, it's Wild once again with more of the same. We're just gonna be doing the same things we did the previous 2 days. We're just gonna take some time doing some speed shapes. Then after that, we don't know. We don't know where our path takes us. We will just keep doing things. I did get a new book, perhaps one that probably is closer to what I was looking for, which is a sketching book. It basically is a book that says The Exceedingly Simple Theory of Sketching, which is a book by George H. Lavax. It is a book that basically involves about how to sketch, how to make a sketch look convincing, which is kind of what I want. I want to be able to draw well enough that my sketches look okay. There's a few examples of sketching and a few things that basically make the sketching be the main aspect of what affects your drawings. And one of the things that immediately hit me was the difference between, this is something that I didn't understand as a concept of accuracy versus dynamism, which basically, as a beginner, I did focus very heavily, and I still probably do, focus very heavily on accuracy, and rather on making it look good. And sometimes making it look good and making it look accurate are not the same in a sketch. So that's what I've been trying to figure out. But hey, for now, let us just do our practice. Let's get to our corner and do the good old usual things that we always do. Let me pull out my tablet. I guess first I gotta set this up. I gotta set this up. But as I said, most of these streams will just be more for me and more for just recording everything. But if anybody ever has any tips or anything, I'm always ears. Paper. Thought it was there. Why is paper not showing up anymore? Oh, because it's a pattern. There's our paper. Lower the opacity. Then let's fill the layer. Hello, show. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Put it under. Yeah, it's somewhat of a convincing paper background. This is mostly just for detail more than anything. We really don't have to do this. Can get rid of this background, I guess. Remove. On holiday from work, chilling with Witcher 3. Nice. You're gonna do some witching. Witcher 3 is probably one of the best RPGs of the 2010s, in my opinion. It's one of those very, very good ones. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to open this. That means I have to show it on stream, otherwise you don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it should still be that page. We'll go to the classroom. There's a lot of images. I'm gonna do basic shapes, single object. Doesn't matter the orientation. That means there's only gonna be a few images. And I'm gonna look at 18 of them. And then for the second, no, actually we'll do objects. We'll do objects. Object, single object, and 72. Okay, that's fine. Or we'll just, I don't know. We'll just do just a single object. We can be either basic shapes or an object, just so it doesn't run out of complexity, so we have time for it. So I'm ready to start. So show, I'm gonna do my usual, which is generally go through this sort of exercise. You're gonna see it here in the corner if you weren't aware. And it's basically a lot of shapes that I have to draw rapidly, in rapid succession over here. And the idea for it is to get a little better in our practice, is to be able to do it. Yeah, so let's try it. Oh wait, it's to be 30 minutes is fine. Start. Okay, we got. Well, I'm in the wrong layer already. I think I'm too big. I don't have the right color, okay, so I definitely was not prepared for this. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, definitely doesn't look like that. This shape. It's bam, circle, bam, circle, that. Something like that. It would probably be like. Bah, 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 bah. Then we got a triangle. We want the curved line. The line there. Put the line there. Line. Line. How's that for a shape? No, it's not right angled because this would be actually higher here. That's not one object. There's two objects in that. But whatever. Circle, circle. Do line. Oh, running out of time. Did in fact run out of time. Square. That's not right. That's not right because there is no actual shape like that. Go down. All right. Okay. Wrong. Wrong. H. That's it. Curve would probably be a little better. Like this would go actually down. But ooh, a cube. Do square. Sure, that is a rough sketch of a cube. Move to the next one. The salt shaker. So it's going to be like that. Button, button. Inner, inner. Out. Then go down. Lines. Separate this. This is not an easy shape to do in 30 seconds. What are you talking about? We got a ladle. Maybe we can fit the ladle in here. Definitely doesn't feel like a ladle. Okay, now we got a minute, so we got more time. Not a lot more time, but definitely some more time. We'll be in the right layer. Then we have a little stand here. Something like that. We got a simple block. Sure. And we need to go up. I drew it not in the right angle though. I did not draw it in the right angle. It is a bit more curved. Well, don't really have time to fix that. A ball. Then we have some curving here. How do you fix this ball? I don't think I can fix it, but I can definitely shade in. Got a hammer. So that would be circle. Then goes up, down, inner, out. Then this is kind of a line. That's a different kind of shape. What is this? So this is a dome. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Wrong shape. Go down, down. Then we have a bunch of wires. Have a second wire that goes here. All the way around. Then there is this little plug. This has a dome of crystal. Didn't have enough time to do that. Hexagon. Wait. Octagon. That's no bueno. Can't draw that at all. That's not good. I think this shape is too overdone. Oh, we have a lot more time for this one. Okay, let me go back in here. Let me draw this one again. Good to see a couple new objects. Yeah, I changed the classroom to be single object, and it seems to have produced different new objects. Otherwise, it was just getting me the same objects over and over. How are you doing, Emby? Did you manage to finish your watercolor from yesterday? Then a line. Go. Whoops. Those lines could definitely do better. Managed to destroy it. Accidentally touched 2 drops of water. I shouldn't. Oh. Well, feel free to post it if you want to on our thing so we can look at it, but sorry to hear that your process did not work out. There's always next time, right? What is this? That's not right. Yeah, I don't know. I can't seem to connect those lines very well. I always seem to mess it up. What if I project the lines and then make the other line based on it? I think just go there, there, to there. Then we fade. Then we shade. No real shading needed here. Post something once at some point. The thing about watercolor is that pigments flow with the water, and the 2 blobs of water touch their colors admittedly almost irreversibly mixed. Like if you combine 2 colors that are too dark, I don't know, I think my shading made it worse. Probably better if it was not shaded. But I don't have much more time to fix this, so it's staying like it is. Next shape, please. We got a little taller than that. I think that's too tall now. It's definitely it should be somewhere around here instead. Maybe I should do the both parallel lines, because I end up just making a very flat circle. I want to go there, and these are the two lines. Something like that, maybe. Then we go down. Go down. Then we fulfill the circle. Let's clean this up. I did too many times. If I go over it too many times, it gives so much line girth that it just looks bad. I think it's a little shorter, so we could try to expand it. Erase. Take out that line. Circle at the top is still not great. How do you do shading on a circular object so it doesn't look flat? Do you just do curved lines? That did not look good. The book mention anything about that? Contour. This okay, so it wouldn't have done it curved. It would have just done it diagonal still. So not like that. So we have enough time to erase these. Is that they are perpendicular. Sorry, yeah, they're perpendicular, so they actually have to be something like. Something like that, maybe. Can I get more examples of contouring here? No. looking at a book at the same time, so obviously this is gonna eat some of my time. It's hard to explain, but imagine you have half the canvas is red and half the canvas is blue. If you accidentally touch the line uniting them with the paper still wet, you'll have an 80% color purple in a few seconds. Watercolor painting mixes like well water and the paint on the top. They just end up. It's hard to fix watercolor because basically the whiteness of watercolor comes from the canvas, right? As such, if you mess it up, there's no real way to fix it. So this is our 10-minute one, so we can spend our time on it. Yep. Instead of waiting for something, I did dry the other part elsewhere. I accidentally touched them and I accidentally got a 4 centimeter blob of mush and I couldn't fix the pencils because it also killed the grain of the paper. Aw. Or to hate that? In some ways, that's why some people prefer digital art, right? Because you're not subjected to such things, but you're also not subjected to the spontaneity of mixing colors. It's not as organic, I guess. Really should start drawing something. I like mixing, so I mix much into Krita. Fair enough. Why do you think I can't get this to look okay? Every time I'm trying to make this spoon, the line work does not make it look good. You think it looks a little better? I mean, I do have a longer time period, but pretty sure last time when I was doing this, I didn't have 10 minutes. I want you to erase this. Now it looks like the photo and not the spoon in your head. Does it? I still don't think it looks that much like the photo. You can definitely graduate to animals next time. Well, you have time. You can do it today, I guess. So one of the things that you told me about and didn't quite I didn't quite grasp it until when I got this book about sketching, is that there's a difference between accuracy and dynamism. And sometimes accuracy should not be what you actually most times it should not be what you strive for, because the human mind doesn't actually care that much for accuracy. It cares that the object flows, as you mentioned before. It cares that the object itself sort of has its lines, and its lines, although flawed, it still serve its purpose. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be as accurate. I'm trying to make sure that my lines flow, so to speak. But obviously, I have very little practice in that. So I'm trying to do like these long curves that are not accurate in any way, but just overall practice. And obviously, you can see that they're not very great, but what I'm going for. Accuracy has its uses. I'm just very skewed to be very inaccurate, but confident lines when sketching. Well, that's the thing. I think confidence is what does it. Now, one thing I saw is you can try, if you wanted to do line, oh sorry, I'm gonna undo that one. If you wanted to do lines, is you could do the outside be darker than the inside. No. As long as you highlight the outside, you'll be good. Some of your sketches are incredibly inaccurate. Well, I think everyone has inaccuracies in life, right? No one can be good. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Let's try to do some shading here. Probably put less pressure for the shading. Otherwise it's gonna get confused. Gonna get confused. You think you'd do the detailing in the grain? I feel like that's probably a bit much, ain't it? Well, you don't want that much detail. I don't know, I got a minute here, Ambi. What do you think I would be fixing at this point? Apart from the line work, I guess. Look at it far. So this line is actually not straight. Guess this is all wrong, actually. Congratulations, you finished. Well, did what I could in about a minute. No thanks. Here are our shapes. At first we were running out of space. Sorry, we're running out of time. I started doing lines more directly, less scratchy. Did this bottle with a few lines. This ladle just... I couldn't get that circle to fit in here. I feel like I just ran out of like canvas space. Made me worse there. The beater. There's the ball that's more like a ball of Play-Doh at this point. The hammer. Some weird glass object. I'm not sure what it was. Octagon cylinder. And the two shapes that were 5 minutes, which... This one I just basically kept redrawing and redrawing and redrawing. And this one, again, the circle could be better. Let's make new shapes. Let's go do our second hour. You say I should do animals, huh? What? Only mammals, feline, canine, arachnid. What is the class mode? 10 poses 30 seconds. Sure, I mean, we can try this and see how bad it goes. We'll probably need to make a lot of layers then. Let's go into animals and let's see how bad this goes, huh? Include skeletons. I didn't know there was an option for that. Alright, well, let's start. Got an iguana. Thing is, I don't have the time to draw that one. Like the outline at best. This is a squirrel. Now let's just do this as a shape. Got its little hand. Got its furry tail. Well, now this is a mess. Got its little tail. There it goes. I don't think most people can draw this well in under. Shape, 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 shape. Go, go, go. Leg, leg. Not done. Give me more time. Can't even finish the 30-second ones. It's two of them. Okay, well. Shape that. There's this guy who's also eating. Okay, well, that's as much as that shape is gonna get. Bunny! Kinda looking at the camera, so you're also nibbling on some piece of grass here or something. I see your mouth. Whiskers. Turn of the thing. Okay, well. Cat. Well, shot. I think if you're French or not. Spine. Tail. Turn around. Down. Around. Second one here. can barely get around to doing one circle. Dolphin. Okay. Splash. Please splash. That's a good dolphin. It's okay. Good because dolphins are very linear. 12 out of 10. We'll see about that. Much are good. Oh my god, it's a horse. We're never doing this one. No. No. I pressed the button again. He's fat. Like, he's not fat, but he's chonky. Can't even see his tail. 3 gerbils or hamsters. I actually can't tell the difference. Ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. Got little hands. He's got little hands. Got little noses. He's got an eye. Nose, eye, whiskers. Got a little ear, little ear, little ear, little ear. Done. The other ball did not exist. Fish. It ends on like this. This ends like this. Fish. Got a little blub. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Oh, is this one of the ones that have more than a minute? It's a fish, alright. Okay, so these are the minute ones. Okay, that's why. It's like, that's not an animal. I mean, I guess bugs are animals, but... You have a bug phobia, don't look now. To do more of that leg, but I don't think I have time for it. Didn't have enough time for that. Is this a dog? You are a majestic dog there. You even got a beard. I'm gonna draw that beard. You're just so majestic. I don't know what this is. Is this like a back leg? Oh, fluffy. See an eye. Nose. See a lot of hair that I don't know how I'm drawing this. See you move back into objects with that mop. You see, I'll take my criticism. This poor rabbit. I think this is a lemur, isn't it? Didn't have time to finish that. Jellyfish. Oh, there's a second jellyfish. Second jellyfish has hit the station. I repeat, a second jellyfish has hit the station. This one's flatter. Let's be honest, when I draw a jellyfish, it's just gonna be me drawing basic lines on it. Do they follow generics? Sure. It does have a striation over here. That's like a little eye of Sauron over here. I have a lot more time, but I don't know what I'm drawing from this. Okay. I'll make another one. This time I'll pay more attention. I guess the one thing to note is that it does have like a bag shape here. So these lines are very irregular. And it flows into the second jellyfish. This jellyfish kind of has lines coming from the middle of it. And then again, I just don't know how to draw this jellyfish without it just being a bunch of lines. In a sketch format, anyway. Because it just seems like it would just end up being like that. It's eating his friend, and then he's gonna eat me. Oh my god. Whoops. Give me another one. Hopefully an animal that I can draw. There's a big difference between this and this. Well, there's definitely a difference. More detail was added. Creation of those tentacles are a bit weird though. It's a bird! I can do a bird! Down, go to his tail. Maybe I should draw the branch too. Right? That bird eye is not right, but okay. Bird eye has seen some things. Oh, I'm almost done. Time. Running out of time. Bird, no. Ollie has a parrot. This is... Oh my god, I gotta do a horse for 10 minutes? Well, we're fucked. I have no idea. Throw the head of this horse. That ear is not right. Ooh, you can have all the hair you want, but does this face look like a horse to you? It's horse shaped is the best description I can give this. Oh, a flat line. Yes, horses are chunky boys with a big tube, huh? These legs are hell, though. What the hell? One thing is drawing a horse standing. Horse in motion? And it's all basically almost the same color? And we're gonna need some tips about how to make it look dynamic, to make it look like it's moving. I feel like you would have some experience with animal drawings. I'm deleting all that. All this gone. This part? Hell. Why can't they erase that? Oh, is this delaying? "5 minutes, okay. And I feel like I'm actually not drawing as much as bodies I thought I was. So this is the primary leg. Or can I just go straight? Now, obviously, horses don't have straight legs. Some sort of contour as the sort of body kind of rotates behind his back leg. Is there? It's like looks so broken. He a wobbly horse. He wobble. Probably because this line. This horse looks so derpy. Look at this body. Look at this body. My god. Who hurt you, horse? Who hurt you? No. Horses have like pectorals here, I think. It certainly is. Best description I can give this is a man pretending to be a horse. I think you heard him by accident. I'm gonna have to put you down. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm good. Skinwalkers. I also forgot his tail. There you go. So much better. I think the main thing is that it's too chunky. This part is too chunky based on his head. Like the head is probably the best part because it's the most simplified, but still, it's more a symbolism than it is what I am actually seeing. Though I'm drawing a representation of a horse more than I am drawing the horse itself. Yeah, that's a horse, all right. That's a horse. I'll be honest, this works anyway. if you ignore the bottom part of the horse, it looks like a horse. As soon as you start looking where those hoofs go, it's gone. This is a gone horse. Not going to the races anymore, I'll tell you that. Hooves, yes, tentacles. Those work too. Hey, maybe it's like an avatar animal in which it's a squid horse. You never know. Squirce. That's why they name him. Alright. So we got now some time, so I'm gonna close this. So let's make a new canvas. And I have this book about sketching, so I thought I'd do some of its sketching exercises that it has here. And we'll do that. For example, there's a pawn, which again is sort of like a simple shape, but we're gonna try to make a pawn. We'll do it on a white background, sure. So the main thing that I see is that there's guiding lines that they use, which is something I haven't used ever. So guiding lines. Guide. 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 And guide. Guide. So picking a book is good since I'm leaving the last technique to teach you for like 2 weeks from now or something like that. Fair enough. You gotta go, you gotta go. You're busy. You're a busy person, Ambi. Okay, my guidelines look like they were just sketched. Probably because I put too much pressure on them. I need to be lighter on them. You kind of have to struggle without lessons for that time. I mean, I'll still do some classwork, and I'll just do some regular art. I mean, if we count today, I'm about like a quarter, I guess a quarter to a third of the way there. Ah, sorry for the yawn. Quarter to a third of the way of drawing for this month. So how do we... So construction lines. Okay, that's the part that I'm kind of trying to figure out. So if I want to do a construction line for a pawn, the first part is that that's nothing. You gotta do your hard work. I'll do it for myself. Very well. I mean, I do have these 2 books over here. I do at one point want to try drawing people, but I imagine my drawing of people is going to be very, very symbolized and less realistic, which I guess is fine. Most people don't really work on the realism of drawing human anatomy anyway. Everyone likes to draw manga and cartoon style. Nobody likes to draw faces, but I imagine that's a skill to work. Why can I not draw a straight line? Oh, I should have drawn a second one here. The people. What is your opinion about like people drawing mostly anime style? Or like Japanese style, I guess. Manga, anime, anemu. A lot of people like to do that. That's with guiding lines. What if I do it without? Well, that sucks. Yep, that sucks. Let's try drawing that again. Okay, focus on maybe drawing a circle. How about that? I think is that I'm doing 2 half circles rather than just trying to do a pass of a circle. Bam, bam. How's that for a chess piece, huh? Drawing in one style is jumping steps. Same with comics. Drawing is seeing shapes in real life, and your style becomes shapes and lines. If you learn anime without first drawing, you might not know what you're simplifying. Like for example, here I'm simplifying. This is a pawn, and this is a circle. This is a trapezoid. This is a trapezoid. This is technically a square. Or a rectangle, and then it has 2. I don't exactly know what kind of shape this is. Just a curved outside of a circle, I guess, out here. This is another trapezoid. Problem is, I'd like to do it too many times. You can see that it's getting worse every time I do it. Those are the shapes of the pawn. Your style becomes how you simplify or draw those shapes. We're just absolutely deconstructing this pawn as much as we can. Drawing it, I think that first one was fine. Drawing it enough times and just trying to figure out pawn, pawn, pawn. If I mass replicate this pawn, will I get better at drawing it, I wonder? I'm definitely simplifying it more and more every time. Like the lines are getting shorter. We take the original iteration. So So I'm making the circle smaller, making the triangle bigger, and making the body wider, but the footing is smaller. We're just drawing pawns. Now from that would be taking two trapezoids from the middle and converting them to an oval, for example. So it would be like that. Then that. We basically simplified these shapes into round shapes instead. Then we can even take it further up and be like I think a pawn can't look like a triangle. That definitely can't. That can't be it. What if we make it into a square though? Top hat. Wow, that line sucked. That's not a pawn anymore. That's just not a pawn. We took the shape too far. Also, I am definitely being very rough with these. This is a micro-box type of shape modification. Alright, so let's take a shape. So I'm gonna draw a pawn. We don't want to do semicircle. We're gonna do full circle. That. So there we have a pawn. This pawn is a bunch of shapes together. Now we could simplify, or we could reduce this into an octagon. Then put the shape on the line. How do we reduce a curve? I guess we can do square. We'll go straight down. Then it goes diagonal. Then it goes there. And that still looks like a pawn. This still looks like that. My issue is that I can't do curve there. My skill with doing circles is average. Here we're just gonna over highlight. I don't know about that. Okay, so we can definitely do a pawn if it's that, but now what happens if we turn it 90 degrees? So we now have to draw a 90-degree version of it. Okay, now let's draw an upside down pawn. Construction placement can be modified as style, removing the pawn's top, getting the rest of the orange in half, put in the ball. It's usually on top of sandwich between the rest of the pawn's ball half. So let's do a deconstruct pawn again. We got a ball. We got trapezoid. We got second trapezoid. We got curve shape. Then we have another trapezoid. And that's the pawn. So let's assume that we do not have a top. Has like maybe a little nub head. Where the pawn's head should have been. Then we'll draw it. Then we'll draw the little nubbin. Where the pawn circle should have been. What's a good practice to draw circles? Because I think that's one of my flaws. Just do a lot of them. Start doing circles. But I think most people can't draw circles very well. Doing a lot of them would be it. Alright, let's do circles. Do a guide work for circles. Okay, that line sucked. Circle, 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 circle. That one was not right. That one's not right either. Nope. You have an example of the kind of warm-up you'd be doing? Down line. That line sucked. Don't worry, I just fuck up the final pieces accidentally. Call it a day. Ah, the great artist method. I see. Great job. Great job. Let's lower the opacity. Okay, so now we're gonna do a circle with 4 squares. Bigger circle, if you will. Now, do you think it's better to spiral? Or to do 2 semicircles that conjoin? Or is that like a sort of an artistic preference between the artists? Okay. All that one. Go back to drawing our pawn. What are the rest of the pieces? The rest, there's one that's head of the pawn is pretty big. There's the bishop, I think. Bishop is tiny. There's the rook, the tower. There is the horse. Oh, the knight, right. Give it an ear. How do you simplify? How do you simplify a knight? Going by memory than anything. I feel like am I not drawing? Oh, because I'm on white. I feel like it's gotta be a simple shape. Maybe we start with the base, because I think the knight doesn't actually follow the same rules as the other pieces. Yeah, that's a knight, alright. Okay, what others? There's the queen and the king. King has a crown. See, both of them have crowns. I feel like the queen is probably just the same thing but without the cross, isn't it? It'd be bam, bam. Is that the queen? I don't know. Doesn't feel very crowny to me. Maybe it's more. No, it's a burger. It's a burger queen. And the king should just be brown. No, maybe it's a. That's what I remember from the king. Sure. Cool. All right. For the next little bit, let's just let's find the chessboard. May as well take an image of a chessboard and try to draw that. What's an image here? I like this one. This one's simple. Try to copy this sketch. Oh, the horse is still here. The horse is still here. Okay. Let's see if we can try to emulate this drawing. Or the sketch, I guess, because it is. So it's going to have a lot. Okay. It needs to be a bit more straight than that, okay? Oh yeah, you actually can't see the drawing that I'm talking about. There you go. Nope, still not up for all of you. There's a drawing I'm going to try to copy. There's a drawing I'm trying to copy. Hmm. How do I draw this line? Guess we'll draw it like that. As far as we're concerned, there's only one line and a second one. And there's a third one. We're using vanishing points, I guess. This does not make sense in the board space that it's in because they're kind of overlapping, but take this off. I feel like I should do a line here. Then do another line. Do finally another. This king is a little screwed up on the bottom side, I would say. Okay. Draw the horse. It's about this long. That is not how this ship works. Goes in, then goes out. Flip. Okay, we got that line. guess basically that is that shape. The rest is shading for it. The rest is a lot of shading needed for that. Okay, so next is pawn over here. Probably pawn and head probably would be better. That's what I'm doing. Pressing control, and then that's removing, painting it white because the background is white. Didn't do it again. Okay, we got that pawn as well. This pawn is actually behind this king. That doesn't make any sense. How can you be this tall? Okay, sure. Now we're just going to draw a line. Space between these two is actually a lot smaller. Thing for digital drawing. Okay, shading. Here's crosshand. And then do not believe this is shading. This is more that horses generally have this sort of ridge line on the side of it. This one. The butt of this horse is not right. Oh well. No, the pawn. That pawn has lost so much detail. I don't know why. King has J. Okay, well, there's my poor rendition of this, I guess. Why is it not happening? Yes. I will copy the image then. Whoops. Alright. That is it for today. We got some more art class practice. We got this derpy horse. Delete these layers. And then we got this chess piece. Let's go ahead and save. And save this as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it? But I'm just still trying to get better. Probably would have helped if I use, for at least this one, because it's very blurry because I used a brush that's like a watercolor brush. Probably the lines would be a little cleaner if I used, whoops, if I had used a pencil instead. Lines would be a lot cleaner, less blurry, but I take it at a distance. There's some similarities. Obviously, the further you are, you can kind of notice the mistakes. Obviously, you are looking at it through a smaller screen than I am, but if you zoom in a lot, you can start noticing a lot of the details that are wrong. But if you zoom out, yeah, it's similar. The horse looks different. Like, the horse definitely doesn't have the same shape. The pawns are a little too dark, but oh well. We'll keep getting better, I guess, day after day. Just a little bit. A little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit every day. Yeah. So, let's get out of here. I'm gonna head out. It's been a pleasure for everybody who stopped by. Thank you. Oh, nowhere near the middle. Thank you very much for everybody stopped by. Very kind of you. Ambi, thank you again for all the help. I'll do the best to try to get better with my sketching. Keep sketching, keep doing shapes, keep doing that art class. Do more shapes, do more bodies, graduate to animals, and maybe graduate to people at some point. And then just get better. I'm almost a third of the way there, so we'll see how much more we can improve with the 2/3. But I guess if we take a look at, the thing is, this is kind of sketching by reference, right? I don't know. I don't exactly know how I can show progress in this. I don't think progress isn't necessarily always linear. You can sometimes go back to go forward, but oh well. We'll see you all next time. Don't forget to stay wild.